I had a hospital appointment this morning, and to cut a long story short, I ended up putting my foot down, standing up for myself, telling the doctors what I wanted to happen, and just taking control of my treatment. And I also complained about the consultant's attitude. And you know what? They were actually impressed with me. It reminded me of something. When I was 14 years old, I'd been bounced around from doctor to doctor, and nobody at this point had been able to diagnose me. And I ended up under the care of the local child psychiatrist. And I was seeing the psychiatry department at the hospital once a week, and it was laughable because the psychiatrist himself was saying, look, there's something physical going on here. She's in the wrong department. She needs to go and see the doctor, like the physical doctors, not psychiatry doctors. Anyway, this had been going on for weeks, maybe a couple of months. I was 14 years old. One day I decided I'd had enough. So I told my mum and dad, who were coming to the appointment with me, that on the next appointment they weren't to say anything at all. I was going to speak, and I had this speech prepared and I rehearsed it in my head, and then I did. I stood up for myself, and I don't remember exactly what I said, but I do remember saying to them, I don't think it's beneficial for me to continue down this care path. And they listened to me, and at the end they said, do you know what, you're right. You're absolutely right. And the fact that I was able to deliver that speech so eloquently and stand up for myself proved that as well. It was really difficult to put emotion aside, because up until that point, in every appointment that I'd been to there, I'd cried, and I'm talking like proper snotty, like snot dripping down your face crying, eyes bright red, unable to get my words out because I was so choked up and I couldn't breathe, and just letting my emotion overrule my logical brain. But once I realised that if I was going to get myself out of the situation and onto the proper route for me, then I had to put my emotion aside and take control, think logically, and speak calmly and clearly. That's when things started to change for me. Now that lesson has stayed with me throughout life. That lesson is that I am my strongest ally. Nobody knows me better than I know me, and I know that I can trust myself to stand up for myself. And from that day, I found my voice to stand up against authority. And it's very rare that I use it. I have to be pushed to use it. But when I do use it, God help the people that I use it against, like today, I'm very calm, I'm very polite, but all I'm doing is taking control and standing up for myself. That voice lies within everyone. Once you've found it, it will be one of your greatest assets.